Think back to the last time you helped a grandparent figure out their phone. Maybe you showed them how to send a text message, or how to get the camera working on a video call. There is a specific kind of pride that comes with that moment. Even if it feels a little awkward at first, you are stepping into a new role, acting as the guide for the very person who used to guide you. This experience stretches back much further than the invention of the smartphone. To see how it looked 60 years ago, we have to travel to a rural village in North Karnataka, India. This is where we meet a 12-year-old girl named Sudha and her 62-year-old grandmother, Krishtika, who Sudha calls Avva. While the tools vary between generations, the dynamic of a child guiding an elder through a new world is a recurring part of the human experience. Avva's life had been defined by duty. As a young girl, she lost her mother and spent her days helping her busy father. Because education for girls wasn't considered a priority at the time, she never went to school, moving straight into the responsibilities of marriage and motherhood. Despite never learning to read, she loved stories. Every week, a magazine arrived in the village with the latest chapter of a popular novel called Kashi Yatre. Because she couldn't read the words herself, she would wait for Sudha to sit down and read the episode aloud to her. The novel followed an old woman who desperately wanted to visit the holy city of Varanasi, a place many Hindus believe is the ultimate destination for worship. Avva saw her own life reflected in the main character. She would listen to Sudha with total concentration, memorizing the entire text so she could discuss every detail with her friends at the temple later that afternoon. Sudha held the only path to the story. Without her there to speak the words, the magazine remained a collection of silent ink on paper that Avva couldn't access on her own. Illiteracy acts as an invisible wall. It separates a person from the things they are most passionate about, forcing them to wait on others to experience the world. That weekly routine was interrupted when Sudha went away to a neighboring village for a wedding. What was supposed to be a short trip turned into a week-long stay. While Sudha was gone, the magazine arrived as usual. Avva opened it, staring at the pictures and rubbing her hands over the pages, but she couldn't understand a single sentence. For the first time, she felt truly stuck. In that moment, her family's financial comfort felt meaningless. She realized that having money was of little use if she remained completely dependent on others just to follow a story she loved. When Sudha finally returned, she found her grandmother in tears, a sight she had never seen before, even in the most difficult times. Avva told Sudha about the helplessness she felt while the magazine sat unread. Then she made a firm decision. She wanted to start learning the Kannada alphabet immediately. She had discovered that true independence is found in the skills you carry within yourself, not the resources you have in your home. Avva set a strict deadline for herself. She vowed that by the time the Dussehra festival arrived, she would be able to read a novel entirely on her own. To make it happen, she put aside her status as the family elder and formally asked her 12-year-old granddaughter to become her teacher. Sudha responded with the typical bluntness of a child. She teased her grandmother, asking why someone with gray hair and wrinkled hands would want to start learning the alphabet at age 62. Avva simply smiled. She told Sudha, if you're determined to work for a good cause, you can overcome any obstacle. For learning, she insisted, there is no age bar. She took the work seriously. Sudha was amazed by the amount of homework her grandmother did every day, reading, repeating, writing, and reciting the letters over and over again. The real barrier to learning later in life is often the weight of social expectation. Pushing past the idea that you are too old is the first step toward the actual work. When the Dussehra festival finally arrived, Sudha had a surprise ready. She had secretly bought the newly published novel of Kashi Yatre as a gift for her student. But before Sudha could give it to her, Avva did something completely unexpected. The 62-year-old grandmother reached down and touched the feet of her 12-year-old granddaughter. In their culture, this was a massive reversal. Children are taught to touch the feet of elders as a mark of respect. It is almost never done the other way around. Avva explained that she was not bowing to a granddaughter, but to a teacher. She believed that knowledge must be respected wherever it comes from, regardless of age or gender. After Sudha returned the gesture, Avva opened her gift. She immediately read the title and the publisher's name with ease. The young girl who taught her grandmother grew up to be the author Sudha